Hey there. Welcome to week 4 of our Lenten reflections here at St. John Newman. So happy that you could join us today. Today's readings remind me of a movie that I like. In the first reading, we hear from Samuel, but I was reminded of the movie Moneyball. Moneyball is this movie about the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's are a baseball team that was really poor and has been poor for a while. And so they've been having a tough time competing with richer teams, teams that are really successful, able to pay for really good players. And at one point in their history, their best player, Jason Giambi, was being sold and traded teams. And they were trying to figure out, how are we going to replace him, right? And there's this great big change that goes on with the general manager. The general manager is played by Brad Pitt, and he hires this Ivy League graduate to break down what was Jason Giambi's stats. And that the goal then is not to replace Jason Giambi, but to replace how he actually plays the game. It replaces his on-base percentage, for example. It's really, I really like it because it's this great change of what was, how things used to work, and they used to judge, right? These baseball managers would recommend these players based off of how they looked, how they played, right? Their experience, which was all good things, but to look at it in a different sort of way, right? This character played by Jonah Hill, I think his name is Peter Brand. He breaks it down in a different way. He makes the team look again at these unconventional players. It reminds me of this first reading, right? We hear from 1 Samuel this weekend. From the first book of Samuel, we hear about Samuel, whom God has chosen to go and anoint the next king of Israel. The Lord said to Samuel, "Do not judge him from appearance or from his lofty stature, because I have rejected him. Not as man sees does God see, because man sees the appearance, but the Lord looks into the heart." Samuel is concerned about finding the right sort of king for Israel. And so he looks at what's the conventional wisdom about what is a good king. A man of lofty stature, of high appearance, But the Lord doesn't care about those things. The Lord cares about what's going on in David's heart. David, right, the great king of Israel, who's anointed here by Samuel, this is the son of Jesse, who is a simple shepherd in the field, but a man of pure heart, who ended up leading Israel. For us, in our daily life, sometimes it can be tempting for us to write off our neighbors, our friends, our families, and kind of put them in a box, put them in a corner, and just kind of leave them there. But I don't think that's what we're called to do. Right? I think we're called to be like God, to look at another not by appearance, but what's going on with their heart. Peter Brand, he's not concerned about their appearance; he's concerned about their stats. Right? So for us, we're called to be generous as God is generous, and part of that, what that means is respect. Respecting another. Respect, the root of it is to look again. That's what it means to respect, to look again, again, and then look, like my spectacles, right? And so, brothers and sisters, we're more than halfway through Lent. I want to encourage you, be like God. Respect those around you, look again, look into the heart, affirm the good that is going on in their lives. Encourage them, continue to live holy lives. In this way, we can truly be like God, be perfect as our Heavenly Father is perfect. And so know my prayers for you in this 4th week of Lent. Right, God bless you.